Hello students, today we'll move towards the next one, which is the in gas laser category, the third one or the fourth one I should say. We have finished HENE and CO2, I should say third, excimer laser. So very interesting one. So here this is the excimer laser. So what is the introduction basically? Okay, there are some diatomic molecules, okay, which are unstable in their ground state. That is, the potential energy curve of their ground state does not have a minimum, and hence they do not exist as molecules in this state. They can only exist as monomers in this state. Very interesting characteristics over here. So now the potential energy curves for the excited states of these molecules may have a minimum, and molecules can exist as excited dimers. We said excimer is same as excited dimer, dimer or dimer is equal to excited two molecules. Okay, so as an excimer laser typically uses a combination of noble gas. Now what are the noble gases? We have a rare gas atom is Kr, Ar and xenon, Xe. Fine. And what is the reactive gas? We have reactive gas as F and Cl. Okay, so noble gas are this, reactive gases are this. So under the appropriate conditions of the electrical stimulation and high pressure, a pseudomolecule called excimer is created, okay, which can only exist in an energized state and can give rise to laser light in the UV range. Now means what? Take one example. Suppose I have Kr, okay, so Kr with F. What is the wavelength? It's 248 nanometers. Then Ar with F gives you 193 nanometers. Then Xe with F gives you 351 nanometers. And the last one should be XeCl. Okay, that gives you 309 nanometers. So all these are in the range of visible light. Oh, sorry, in the UV range, ultraviolet range. Right? Now, as far as the basic categorization is concerned, but we can say that this is one of the most powerful UV laser which uses compounds of the noble gases, which I already explained you, the halogens as its laser mediums. Okay, the active medium of these lasers consist of diatomic molecule. Few things I am repeating again, that can be bound into a single system when they are in the excited state only. Okay, so these diatomic molecule exist. Okay, diatomic molecule exist only as monomers in the ground state, as they repel one another at interatomic distance. Okay, so we can either refer to this diagram, okay, or this diagram. Okay, what I showed it over here. Now what we can say, this is the curve, this is energy versus atomic distance or nuclear distance. So this is curve A for ground state and this is curve B. Fine. So what is curve A? Curve A shows the potential energy curve as a function of distance. Fine. This is atomic distance between the monomers. And excitation modifies the state of the atom so that there appears an attractive force with other atoms. What is this curve B? Curve B shows potential energy variation in the excited state of the atoms, and the curve shows a deep over here, a deep indicating at that interatomic distance the atoms are bound together because they have a minimum energy at that separation. Fine. Such molecules which exist only in the excited state are called excited dimmers or excimer. Fine. Next, so the atoms of inert gases can be bound into molecules by imparting energy to them. The excited state is a metastable state. Okay, so when the atoms are bound together in the excited state, they can occupy the several vibrational level. Fine. So they can occupy a several vibrational level. These are the horizontal lines, okay, to show that in the potential well of this is potential well of this curve B. And here I showed the laser transition. Now what is the principle behind happening this? Okay, here I showed again one more diagram to get this part only clearly. Okay, so excimers are the molecules which are bound in their excited electronic states but are unstable in the ground state. Okay, so rare gas atoms, as I mentioned, Kr, Ar and Xe is combined in the excited state with the halogen atoms, which one, F and Cl, to form the rare gas halide excimer. Already I mentioned the name ARF, KRF and XCF and XeCl. Okay, so all these names already we have seen it. Now we'll see the method how this happens. Okay, so the excimer lasers are excited by passing a short intense electric discharge through a mixture of desired gases. As I mentioned, if at all we want to make for KRF, you have to take those only gases into account. Okay, the electrons in the discharge transfer energy to the laser gas, causing formation of excited molecules. The molecules remain excited for about 10 nanosecond and then drop to ground state and dissociate. So the upper lasing level in excimer level is its electronic excited state and the lower level is the electronic ground state. So therefore, population inversion will occur as soon as the some atoms bound to form molecules in excited state, and once a molecule drops to the lower energy level, it separates out into atoms. Therefore, the lower level in the excimer lasers is always vacant. Okay, so these diagrams are very important for to know that. Okay, so excimer lasers have very high gain, so that cavity mirrors are not required, correct? However, one fully reflective mirror is used in rear and unsilvered transparent windows is used as the output mirror. What are the applications of this excimer laser? Mainly they are used for the refractive surgery on eye and manufacture of semiconductor devices. Okay, also they are used for the material processing and photolithography. Okay, so that way the very simple diagrams, only this diagram or the diagram what I showed is important over here to get the feel of potential well, to get the feel of the ground state, laser transition and excited state. Okay, these lines are nothing but your vibrational levels, the horizontal lines in the potential well. Okay, and then as I mentioned, there are 3 to 4 types what we have seen. Okay, where you have a combination of ARF, KRF, XeCl and XeF, 193 nanometers, 248 nanometers, 308 nanometers and 351 nanometers range. Okay, so this is all about what I can say about my excimer laser or the excited dimmer. Okay, so all these are the important points as far as excimer laser is concerned. Okay, so here you have the rare gas atoms chemically similar to alkali atoms which readily react with the halogens. That's what is happening over here. So halogen we have taken only 2, F and Cl, and the rare gas atoms are Kr, Ar and Xe. Okay, that's what is happening over here as far as the excimer laser is concerned. Okay, thank you very much.